this was a view of some of the members attending the AGM, and they brought up specific cases in some construction sites, which of course I'm not going to go into. But the general view, and that was the main thrust of the AGM, was that the members were generally disappointed with the level of health and safety currently in Gibraltar.
You've also said enforcement is slipping, so where does that responsibility lie?
That's with the factory inspectorate, and again, the argument was that there had been some incidences in several workplaces, and those attending weren't particularly satisfied at the way it's been handled.
The Health and Safety Advisory Council was set up or re-established last year, but according to you, apart from its inaugural meeting, it hasn't actually met since. What's happening there?
The council, as you said, was reorganised last year or the year before, I can't remember, and as far as we are aware, it hasn't met. I'm a member of the council, nobody's contacted me, so as far as we are aware, it hasn't met. The council was first started by Jaime Neto when he was minister, perhaps over 20 years ago. But then when the Health and Safety Advisory Council faded away, I took it upon myself, and with, ironically, Jaime's brother, Michael Neto, in Unite, we've been organising the seminar for several years with the support of government. But this time we thought that if the Health and Safety Advisory Council is there, it's really up to them to take the lead, and we would support them, but unfortunately nothing has happened.
Well, that is absolutely not accepted. The standards that we have for health and safety in Gibraltar are extremely high. As you know, Gibraltar is extremely busy with construction throughout, and the evidence of the fact that our standards are very high is that we've not had any incidents or injuries of late in the last few years.
Well, IOSH raised construction as one of the areas of concern.
Yes, and following on from that, it is one of the areas of concern because it's one of the areas that is busiest in Gibraltar. But as I said, it's something that we have well regulated. Our inspectors are constantly on the building sites to ensure that standards are met. And as I said, the evidence of that is that we've not had any serious incidents at all in the last few years.
Why has the Health and Safety Advisory Council not met since its inaugural meeting last year?
The insinuation that health and safety is not given importance at all is completely rejected. The mandate of the council is carried out continuously. One of the things that we need to do is ensure that checks are in place, that standards are being complied with, and the evidence of how strong health and safety is that, as an example, when we learned of the fire in the Grenfell Tower recently, as a minister with responsibility for health and safety, I immediately convened a meeting of health and safety and fire safety. We mobilised within 24 hours. We subsequently met for a second time the same week to look at health and safety standards and obviously fire review in high-rise buildings. Had we not had a strong health and safety inspectorate, that would not have been possible and it would not have happened. And it's been given such importance that committee is meeting on a weekly basis, has been meeting weekly since.
And the Advisory Council, when's that going to meet up next?
The Advisory Council, I think that there's a meeting scheduled now after the summer. If Mr Labrador thinks that the Advisory Council should take precedence over and above this, then Mr Labrador is perfectly aware that we are a very approachable government, that we have an open door policy, and if he had serious concerns, he knows that I'm just at the end of a phone line had he wanted to contact us.